Welcome back to another episode of Fox Sports Lab NRL. Las Vegas is upon us. Josh Morris, you're heading over there this afternoon. We are jealous. Are the bags packed and you ready to go?
Yeah, the bag's packed, and shortly after this interview, I'll be heading off to the airport. So can't wait to get over there and watch what's going to be a historic first round.
Yeah, absolutely historic indeed. And it all kicks off with the Seagulls taking on the Rabbitohs at Allegiant Stadium. It's going to be such an exciting evening over there. Of course, Sunday morning here in Australia. Let's talk about the Seagulls and the Bunnies, because the Seagulls are at $1.95. The Bunnies are at $1.79. So clearly punters can't quite choose between them. Can you though, Josh?
Yeah, it is going to be a close game, I think, but I'm actually leaning towards Manly in this one. I think the fact that Manly have based themselves in Vegas the whole time, I think that will have them better suited to take on the Vegas weather. But I also like the look of Manly's backline. I think that there's only one change from last year. And then in the halves as well, we've got Luke Brooks and CherryEvans. I just feel like with no Whiten or Campbell Graham for South, they lose some strike in their centres there. They've got Richard Canard, who's mainly a winger playing in the centres, and Jacob Gagai making his debut. In terms of the forward packs, I think the forward packs complement each other. I think there's some really good forwards in each team, and we see all three turbos starting in the one game this year for the first time ever. I also like the look of Sean Keppie. He's gone from Manly to South, so he will bolster their pack. But yeah, I just think Manly in this one, I think they're the more settled team. I think the fact that they've stayed in Vegas, they're going to be ready for this one. And I think it's going to be a close game, but I can see Manly getting this one 1-12.
I'm also looking forward to seeing this partnership between Luke Brooks and CherryEvans. We saw a little bit of the trials about Luke Brooks, sort of settling into life at Manly. What do you expect from him in this new lease of life in his rugby league career?
Well, I think having Daly there is going to do wonders for Luke Brooks' game. Daly's such a great organiser of the team. That fell heavily on Brooks' shoulders for his time at the Tigers. I just think that it's going to open up his running game a lot more, not having to organise the team as much. He's going to be able to look up and take his opportunities when he wants to. And we've all seen that when he runs the ball, he is a dangerous threat with the ball. He's facing up against Cody. Cody's come through. He's passed his fitness test. So I'm really looking forward to that battle there. But I just think it is that experience in the halves that ultimately will get the Manly side the win.
Of course, experience as well means so much on such a big stage like this in Las Vegas. To the next game of this round is Roosters taking on the Broncos. I'm really looking forward to this clash. The Roosters at $2.24, Broncos $1.63. Clear favourites. Do you agree with that sort of line?
Yeah, I do agree with that. Obviously, they were in the grand final last year, so it'll be interesting to see if they still have a grand final hangover, if there's anything lingering. But in the off-season, we've seen that they've been able to secure Ezra Mam and Adam Reynolds. We speak about the halves in the last game. I think these halves are just as important for the success of the Broncos team. And it'll be also interesting to see how they go without Herbie Farnworth and Thomas Flegler. They're obviously moved on to the Dolphins. Fletcher Baker comes in from the Roosters, so there's a good start for him playing against his old side. And then we see Selwyn Cobo move into the centres and Dean Mariner come into the wing position. And we saw him get a taste last year, and he was an electric player. So I'm looking forward to seeing how that combination goes. For the Roosters, no Jared Warrior-Hargraves still with his suspension. And also Angus Crichton has been left out of the side. They've obviously gone with Siwa Wong, Satili Tupanua and Nat Butcher on the bench. So I found that one a little bit interesting. I thought maybe he might cover late for Joey Manu, who's just had his first kid. So I thought he may have covered for him. But Joey Manu's on the plane. He's heading to Vegas and he's ready to lace up the boots for round one. But I just think the Broncos, after the year that they had last year, the youth that they have, I think they can get the job done here against the Roosters. But you can't count off a Roosters side. The team that they have on paper is as good as any. So it's about them getting to the ground and putting it out there on the field.
Just want to touch on one point you made there about Selwyn Cobo moving from wing to the centres. I mean, there was so much talk about it in the off-season. Do you agree with Kevy's move? Obviously, he's put on a little bit more beef as well to hold that position. What do you think of that and what do you make of it?
Yeah, look, he's got that body shape. He is a big presence out there on the field. It's for, I guess, transitioning from the wing to the centres. It's all about the defensive aspect of the game, learning all the traits you need to as a centre to be good defensively and come up with the right decisions. So I've got no doubt the Roosters will target him quite a bit and target Mariner on that edge as well. So we could be seeing a try scorer from the Roosters on that right edge.
Well, no pads, no helmets this weekend. Rugby league in action at Allegiant Stadium. You're going to be there, Josh Morris. We'll let you go so you can board the plane. Hopefully, we'll talk to you from Sin City on the Strip.
No worries, Eloise. Can't wait. Look forward to catching up with you over there.
What are you really gambling with? For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.